Hello, good day. So today is Monday. It's the 4th day of my trip to Paris. We have some cool stuff planned for today again. Metro. Going there. There you go. So I am going there. Château de Vincennes. Château de Vincennes. I think that's it. Alright, so as you may have guessed it, today we are visiting the Château de Vincennes. So that's the castle of Vincennes. By the way, it's just 10 AM right now and it opens at 10 AM. Look how cute that is. Nice. Look how cool. Visit of the castle. Tickets, I guess it's somewhere there, the tickets. So that's the whole thing. That is the main door that we can see there. And we are here right now. Right, so chapel on the left and dungeon on the right. So I think that's that. What a beautiful building. So the thing is that nowadays, of course, you can visit it like as a tourist, but it's also a military site, I've heard them say at the ticket office. So that means that there are some things that you can't do. So that means that some of the buildings are being used by the army at the moment. And there are things that you can't do, like for example, you can't eat on the site for some reason. So you can't have your lunch there. And yeah, there might be some parts that are not accessible. I don't know about outside, but for sure some buildings will not be accessible. It's really not busy. That's a really nice change, like compared to yesterday's Louvre. That's really relaxing. It's funny because it's not really, like it's raining, but it's not really bad. It's sort of half sunny, half blue. Yeah, really pretty. Okay, let's visit that first, the chapel. So that's what the castle looked like in the 16th century. So that's at the end of the 17th century. Alright, so we are going up. The sun, it's very nice. Look at the light there. Very nice. Oh no, oh no. Okay, so now let's visit the dungeon. It looks so cool. Oh, that is cool. Oh, that is... First you go up there. There's this stairway. 3, 4... Oh my god. the latrine tower and the king's study. I think it's this thing. Nice view. It is going all around. There, very nice view there. The chapel there. There are some sheep there. Right now it's like super cold in there. The walls are super thick, obviously, but it would be nice when you're visiting castle if we could recreate the mood with like fires and stuff in the chimneys, because obviously it would get much warmer, I'm assuming, with the fire. But I have no idea of the true effect, if you're like, because supposedly that's where the king was working. Like, can you imagine spending hours in there during winter? Like, does it get warm or not with the fire? Same there, another chimney, and that's a rather small room. So I am sort of assuming that it would get really warm, but I don't know. Because right now it's pretty cold, like you are sheltered from the wind, but it's still really cold. And I have a big jacket right now. So that's the entrance there. There's the chapel, and there are more grounds. And now we are actually oh wow. The king's bedchamber. It is sort of faded, but there is some painting on the arches. Really big chimney. Le Marquis de Sade, writer, hedonist philosopher, and atheist, convalescent provocative Donatien Alphonse François de Sade was notorious for the pornographic passages in his work. You are correct if you assume that the word sadism comes from him. The prison in Vincennes keep. They were imprisoned like Diderot in 1749 for writing still subversive on the pretext of misconduct and also at the request of her family, wishing to rid themselves of a troublesome relative or to avoid the scandal of a fully trial. Oh, the weather is all dark now. So I haven't visited that part yet, so I am going to do that right now. So the two buildings that you can visit are the chapel and the dungeon behind me. And that's it, I will have seen everything. there's a security check when you enter through the main door, but then you don't have to buy tickets to visit the outside. The tickets are just to visit the inside, the chapel and the dungeon. Right, so right now I am there. That's exact opposite to the entrance. Alright, let's go back and let's exit. Straight ahead, let's exit now. Sortie, exit. And now it is lunchtime. So again, I kind of want to stay on a budget, but it is really cold if I just buy a sandwich, and the weather keeps on changing. Right now it's super blue and sunny, but it's still cold, and like it was raining 10 minutes ago. I keep looking in some places like sandwiches and stuff, and they're like so expensive. So I'm kind of wondering if I'm going to eat into a fast food thing, because like for the same amount of food that would be like less expensive to eat at McDonald's. These are some cute little streets, I have to say, and there's a McDonald's there. Right, so I am going back now towards the castle. I really don't like to be advocating for fast food, but like when I'm walking a lot and I'm out and it's cold. Alright, so that's back to the castle. Right, so after this lunch, I want to visit the Bois de Vincennes. So that's Vincennes Wood. Parc Floral de Paris. Well, like, I'll try to show you a map there of the park, but there are basically a lot of different parts and things that you can see. I think we're just going to walk and see things. That is cool. So there are a lot of buildings like this, pavilions, but most of them are closed. It seems that this one isn't. So when I was in the building, there is a woman working in the park who came to close the building. She told me that I had to leave the park because we are closing the entire park because of the weather. Not too windy at the moment, but I guess it means it's getting worse. The park, so the Parc Floral, the flower park, is not like the entirety of the wood of Vincennes. So I'm going to try to walk outside the Parc Floral, but still in the wood of Vincennes. That's actually the map, Parc Floral de Paris. So I entered there, so that's where I am back at. I went basically sort of up to there, I guess. It's funny that they have like roads. So this one is Route Dauphiné, and this is Esplanade Saint-Louis. There. It's funny how it looks like a freaking road. It's a park. It's a bloody park, not a highway. Like in front of me there's a group of old people, and they're all equipped as if they were going on a hike, like with the backpack and the ski, like the walking sticks. And it's funny because you do see people, even when you live in cities, you see people going on walks like outside of the city, and they have this sort of equipment. but here people go on hikes like in the middle of the city. That's funny because it's not the first park in Paris where I see people equipped like this. Beautiful dog. A lot of crows there, or maybe ravens because they're not that big. I would say ravens. Actually, maybe they are crows. Some of them are quite big. But lots of people walking, running, cycling, walking their dogs. A lot of dog walkers too. That's really nice. It's just like woods in the middle of the city. That's nice. And now we've got a cute little lake, and this one is Lac de Domenil. Domenil is also the name of the metro station that's close to my hotel, so that's basically also, I was realizing, like yesterday, when you have people who tell you that they've visited France but they've only seen Paris. I was thinking it's funny because, like, to me, right now I'm visiting Paris and it doesn't even really feel like I'm in France. I don't know if it's because like there are a lot of tourists or a lot of people speaking English or Spanish or whatever. In my short life, I've already like lived in different cities, and in France I've lived in 5 different cities, which were most of them in different regions, different departments, and like they all feel like they have their own specificities, their own specialties and all that, but they all feel like France, and Paris just feel really different. It's like very hectic, very fast. Everybody is really fast, and yeah, I don't know, it's really like chaotic. Like there are a lot of good things, all the great monuments and great museums and great things for culture, and there are those like amazing parks like the one I'm in right now. There are a lot of amazing things, don't get me wrong, but it's like it's really hectic. Like that's the thing, it doesn't really feel. And just for like a lot of people who don't live in Paris, it feels like there is Paris and then everyone else around. And for Parisian it's the same. Like Paris is really a different thing in France. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that because I was thinking, now that I live in Rennes, like I've never lived that close to Paris. Like in 2 hours by train I can be there. So I was thinking I want to go there more. But like I was feeling that way the past few days, like since I've been there, that I nearly felt like speaking English was okay because I was nearly not in France. Like I don't know. It's just a funny feeling really that I've had. So like I don't know, I just wanted to mention that. Again, I don't mean that in a bad way, but it really feels like a different country, different than France, because all the other regions like I've lived in or I've visited or whatever, it does feel like France, you know, like they all are very different from one another, but they all feel very French. And honestly, I'm kind of wondering how it feels for a Parisian, like from someone who was born in Paris and who has spent their entire life in Paris. It must feel like super weird to visit like any region of France. By the way, there's this word, province, which is a word that people, and by that I mean people who are from Paris, use whenever they want to talk about the different regions. And they are the only ones doing that, because when you live in a region like other than Paris, if you go to another region, you just say the name of the region. And for people from Paris, they just say, for example, like, oh, this weekend I went in Provence, just to say they went outside of Paris. That's just weird. This crow, I think he thinks I'm talking to him. Hey, Maves. Hello. Right, time to exit the park now. Oh wait, look, we have some sun there. Boulangerie.